Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing to the elect. We have another edition of GMS News and Prophecy, and I have an article from abcnews.go.com. All right, and this is headline: Venezuela President Solution to Inflation: Change Money. Okay, now. If you've been keeping up with the situation in Venezuela over the past couple of years, you know that they're dealing with a major hyperinflation crisis down there, to where basically their economy has it's basically crashed, and the people down there are dealing with a famine. They don't have any medical supplies for the diseased. It's just all kind of chaos and anarchy down there in that country. So, as you can see here, the solution to the problem is to change the money system, or change the money in general. So I'm gonna get into this article because this is very prophetic. All right, this is what's going to lead to the mark of the beast being introduced down there. And being introduced as the new monetary system, okay? The new medical system, all right? The RFID microchip is going to be used in South America in one way, shape, or form very soon, okay? Whether it be just for medical information or the monetary system, but it definitely does hold the capabilities to include it all. All right, so don't be surprised that you see this RFID chip being used in Venezuela soon. But I'm going to get into it. It says President Nicolas Maduro attempted to tackle Venezuela's staggering inflation Thursday by lopping 3 zeros off the increasingly worthless currency called the bolivar. New bills replacing those like the current 100,000 note worth less than 50,000 cents. It's like it worth less than 50 U.S. cents on the commonly used black market should begin circulating June 4th, he said. Right? So that monetary system is totally shot, man. Okay? If you have 100,000 bolivars, it's less than 50 cents here in America. Okay? It says the move comes as Venezuelans struggle to find food, medicine, and cash in the worst economic crisis ever to strike the oil-rich country. And that's how you know that this is by design, ultimately, from the elites. All right? Because as far as resources go, Venezuela has the most oil reserves. But when it comes down to the economic system, they're basically their system is totally down. They don't have any buying power in the markets anymore. Okay? And this is all by design. The elite set it up that way because they're basing their monetary system off of the world reserve currency, which is the US dollar, and that's a fiat monetary system. It's not backed by anything. So therefore all these other nations, they're all in debt basically. Okay, that's why this economic crisis is so haywire. All right, so it says let's defend our bolivar, Maduro said in a state television broadcast. He said the redenomination will relieve the cash shortages. Venezuela hosts the world's largest oil reserves and once shined as one of Latin America's wealthiest nations. A fall in global oil prices and a collapse in Venezuela's crude production after nearly 20 years of socialist rule and mismanagement of the state-run oil company sent the economy into a tailspin. A cash shortage has spiked as opposition lawmakers say the inflation rate has soared above 6,000%. How is that even possible? It says in the 12-month period ending in February, the economic crisis has left Venezuelans standing in lines for hours to buy common food items and withdraw small increments of scarce cash from ATM machines. All right. So I'm going to jump down. It says, critics consider Maduro's plan a superficial solution with little chance at solving the deep economic problems plaguing Venezuela. It says, dropping 3 zeros from the currency without solving the problem, driving hyperinflation will help nothing, tweeted Asdrubal Oliveros, a Caracas-based economist and director of the Ecoanalytica. Okay? It says the issue of new currency by Maduro, who is seeking re-election this year, is the second in the last decade. In 2008, then-President Hugo Chavez employed a similar tactic to circumvent high inflation by eliminating 3 zeros. Maduro's main opponent in the presidential election, Henry Falcon, proposes dollarizing Venezuela's economy, a move Maduro staunchly rejects. Yeah, because nobody wants to use the American dollar anymore. You know? It's about just as worthless as the Venezuelan bolivar. Okay, so it says that he rejects it because he understands that his country is in debt because of this world reserve currency. All right. It says Venezuela's new money will also include 2 coins, along with 8 paper bills, from 2 bolivars to 500 bolivars, said Maduro, without detailing how Venezuelan banks will handle the conversion. The current 100,000 bolivar note is the largest in circulation now and will have been in existence for less than a year by the time it becomes obsolete. See, this paper currency is obsolete. It's not even it's not worth using anymore, right? And this is the way that the world is really moving in. Everybody's going to move away from cash and move away from these coins, and they're going to move towards a more digital cashless society, which is ultimately going to lead to the RFID microchip. All right, which is the mark of the beast being made mandatory. Okay, and this is part of the elite's new world order. This is what they want to do. All right, so it says Maduro's government also in the middle of rolling out Venezuela's own form of Bitcoin, the Petro, in an attempt to outmaneuver crippling U.S. sanctions. The U.S. Treasury Department recently said it is illegal for American citizens to own Venezuela's digital currency. And that's true. This was an executive order by President Trump, I believe this past Tuesday, that any U.S. citizen is not to have any digital currency from Venezuela, because they don't want to move with the dollar system. Okay, like I said in the article, Maduro rejected that. All right, so best believe that we're going to see a further change in money reform in Venezuela and other countries around the world that's moving towards this chip. Okay, so now I want to bring out this prophecy scripture, because the article had mentioned about how his resolution is to drop three zeros from one bolivar note and then issue new currency and new coins. Okay, but that's not what's going to save that country. That's not what's going to save them. All right, so I'm gonna read the scripture. This is the book of Zephaniah 1 and I'll start at 14. It says, the great day of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Shai, is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. All right, because this day of the Lord is going to it's going to culminate into World War III, and then nuclear missiles being shot around the world, and then ultimately destroying America. Okay? It's the wrath of the Lord. It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Okay? So trouble is all over the world. Trouble is in the country of Venezuela, in their cities. Okay? All right? So we see the wrath of the Lord upon the earth right now. Verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned against the Lord. And that's why those Venezuelans are going through that trouble, because they're Israelites. Okay? They're from the tribe of Asher. All right? And because they're Israelites and have not walked in the ways of the Lord, therefore he's bringing this distress upon them. Okay? It says, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. And people are being killed down there for not having food or water. Verse 18 is the point. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. So this new monetary currency is not going to save Venezuela. Only Yahweh Shai can. And that's if there's any elect among those people down there. It says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell on the land. And this is ultimately talking about America being destroyed. Okay? But with that, I'm going to end it there. All right, give all praises once again to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Keep watching this Venezuela situation. Things are heating up around the world. Prophecy is happening day by day. Brothers are having amazing dreams and visions. The Spirit is upon us to do more videos and push the vibration of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in the earth at a higher rate, because these prophecies are coming to pass at a higher rate. Things are speeding up. We won't have that much long to be oppressed and vexed in this captivity, Akim. All right, in Akwath. So let's just keep pressing for perfection and the prize, which is the kingdom of heaven and salvation from Yahweh Shai. So with that, to the next GMS News and Prophecy, Shalom.